Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for the Festival of Cinema NYC virtual filmmaker interviews. I am Stephen S. Miller, Cabaret Star, and I'm being joined by my fabulous co-host, Bonnie Rose, star of film and television. Today we are joined by Carlyn, Katie, and Kerry with their film, Waffle, which will be playing on Friday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Hi, and welcome. We're so excited to have all of you here in this interview for Festival of Cinema. So let's get started. What is this film about, Waffle?
Well, it has some twists and turns, but it's about two ladies at a sleepover that turns out not to be quite what you think it is.
It's a horror comedy.
And it's a horror comedy. Yes.
What was the inspiration to do this horror comedy, and why now?
Well,
Kerry, you take all of these.
So I don't know, I'll just say spoiler alert because it's kind of hard to talk about the film without kind of getting into some spoilers. So spoiler alert for anyone watching this. We were inspired, the actual storyline was inspired in part by finding out about these agencies that exist in the world where you can rent friends. And so we were curious what that might play out, how that might play out in the future, like in an app form, as a horror comedy. Also because, you know, horror is so good at exploring like societal anxieties. So we just felt like that would be a good way to tell the story. You guys feel free to jump in.
I think you did a great job.
Okay.
No notes. Well done.
So, and what made you do it now? What was the like complete inspiration of the moment? And I mean, certainly, I don't want to give anything away, but very clever in what, because there are so many apps today. Everything is an app. Everything is an app. You got to have an app. Got to have an app. You know. So it's like, okay, let's get the app.
Bonnie, I feel like you don't love apps. That's what I'm getting.
Not so much of an app girl, but go ahead.
I mean, I guess I could jump in, Kerry and Katie, if I may. I do think it's pretty easy to see the trends that more and more of our life is becoming digital and on the cloud, and also like we didn't mean to predict what happened during COVID, but it is pretty interesting now because you can't even order food from a lot of places without an app, and it is kind of like when does it end? You know, are we outsourcing all parts of our lives, including intimate relationships? And like that is one of the themes of this film.
How long did it take you to shoot this?
We shot it in 2 days. And then we had some pickups for the end credit sequence later, but the majority of the production took 2 days over a weekend.
And the location, was that hard to find?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't hard to find. We found it on like Peerspace. Where did we find it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found it on an app? No.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
No, we really got lucky with the location. It was kind of like exactly what we needed and really didn't require that much art or anything.
Yeah.
So we really lucked out.
When the DP and I saw the house, we both like died because even the texture of the walls is really interesting. Each of the lights were dimmable. It just had like a lot of great texture throughout the whole house that felt kind of the perfect mix of like 5 minutes in the future, this house could exist in 20 years, or it could be today. It had like a nice sort of timeless futuristic look.
And how did, in this area, how did you go about the project with funding? How did this come together?
Yeah, Katie and I did a not GoFundMe. We did it Indiegogo. That's what we did. That's right. Yeah, we did that. I guess it was like last year around March or April, and for like a month. And so yeah, it was totally crowdfunded, and then we shot in August.
Yeah, a year ago.
BC, before COVID.
That's right.
Which makes it a whole different ballgame. And where did this idea of waffle come into it? Which is very interesting. The poster is great. One of my favorite foods. I think it's a protein.
You're correct. Carrie, yeah, that's you.
Yeah,
Katie,
so
you can take it, Kate.
I'll take it. It really was this thing where Carrie and I were looking for, when we wrote this, like looking for just like the dumbest thing that could like hurt someone but also lead to like a family being very rich and successful. So it's waffle, and then like the waffling friendship. So it's kind of like perfect. But yeah, very dumb and on purpose.
We might have been eating waffle. We don't totally remember how we thought of it.
I don't remember, yeah.
We met at coffee shops a lot to like talk out ideas, so it could have been that we were eating a waffle.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very delicious idea.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And how excited are all of you, that this is going to be up on a huge 5-foot story screen at a drive-in in Queens?
Very excited.
Yeah, super excited.
Wish we could be there to see it in person, since we haven't, actually seen it play on the big screen.
Oh, we haven't.
We were supposed to premiere at South by Southwest.
The first real casualty of COVID.
Yeah. So everything's been virtual, which has been interesting, but seeing it like in person would be very cool.
Well, we're going to be there for you, and we're going to be, cheering it on. And thank you so much for all of you for being here today with us at Festival of Cinema. And best of luck with this film Waffle. Stephen, back to you.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today. And what a fun and mysterious film that you have created, and delicious at that. So I want to thank the three of you so much for being here today and creating such a fun film.
Thank you so much.
And I also want to thank my fabulous co-host, Bonnie Rose, for joining us today. And until next time, get a waffle, see the film, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
See you at the drive-in.